morning students, welcome to you all 11th standard commerce. In this video we are going to discuss unit 2 forms of business organization, chapter 6 joint stock company. Last class we discussed what is the meaning of joint stock company, then what are the characters of joint stock company. So in this section we are going to discuss what are the advantages of joint stock company. So and the next topic, disadvantages of joint stock company. So what are the advantages of joint stock company? Large capital, limited liability, transferability of shares, perpetual succession, promotion of saving and investment habit, risk bearing capacity, economics of large scale operation and economic development. So we will see one by one. So a joint stock company has many advantages. So these are given below. First one, large capital. A company can secure large capital compared to a sole trader or partnership. Large amount of capital is necessary for conducting the business on a large scale. For example, Reliance has invested more than 25,000 crore in its telecom venture. Raising such huge amount of funds would be impossible in a sole tradership or partnership. So large capital means starting a company, investment is needed, large capital in the large business. In case of large business we need a large capital. So if for example the Reliance company invests more than 25,000 crores, so the sole trading and partnership cannot invest a huge amount. So that is the possible only for the joint stock company. So this is the main advantages of joint stock company is large capital. Second point, limited liability. The liability of shareholder is limited. So the liability of shareholder is limited. We already seen the shareholder or members is liable to pay only the unpaid amount. So if there are any loss, if any debts, if cannot taken by the personal property of shareholder, that is called the limited liability. So the liability of shareholder is limited. In the case of company limited by guarantee, his liability is restricted to the amount that he has guaranteed to contribute in the event of winding up of the company. The next point, transferability of shares. Transaction of shares between two individuals is easy. So there is a liquidity of investment. Any shareholder can easily convert his shares into money by selling his shares. So already we seen that a transfer of share is in company also is easy. That is, members convert the shares or transfer the shares easily. So the share can convert to the money. That is called the transferability of shares. Next point, perpetual succession. A company has perpetual or continuous existence. Members may go or new members may come in, but the company continues to exist. So this ensures continuity in operation and the company can undertake long-term investment. So perpetual succession, a company created by a law. You all know that a company is an artificial person. So same way the winding of the company have required a legal process. So member can come and go. They keep on changing but does not bring into the company, so that the company continues operation. That is called a perpetual succession. Next point, promotion of saving and investment habit. Joint stock company system encourages people to save. Even small amount can be used for the purchase of shares. A person can buy even one share of the company. So joint stock companies encourages the people to save. That creates the habit of saving. So people, they can buy the share by using the small amount, that can even buy one share of the company. That is called the promotion of saving and investment habit. So it is the main advantages of joint stock company. Next point, 6th point, risk bearing capacity. So the loss of the company is distributed over a large number of shareholders. So each shareholder bears a very little amount of loss. So hence the company form of organization has risk bearing capacity. So In a company, large number of shareholders. You all know that the company have a large number of shareholders. If there is any loss of the company, the loss shared among the shareholders. That is called the risk bearing capacity. The next one, economics of large scale operations. A joint stock company can undertake business on large scale. As a result, it can drive all the advantages of large scale production. For example, Hero MotoCorp Limited 2015, the world's largest seller of two-wheelers, manufactures motorbikes on a large scale and is able to enjoy the cost efficiency. So, joint stock company invests a large as a result production done on a large scale. So, that is the product cost also is very less. That is called the economics of large scale operation. Next, last point, economic development. Joint stock company system has been responsible for the rapid growth of industries and trade in many countries. Since joint stock companies have large financial resources, they are able to undertake large scale production, satisfy the needs of more number of consumers, create large scale employment opportunities, promote balanced regional development and contribute sustainably to the government by way of taxes. That means this joint stock company also help to the country's economy, national economy, since the financial resources invest in the more joint stock company is done on the large scale. So what happened, what happened here, the consumers are satisfied. Because of it, people get the employment opportunities because of the joint stock company. This is called the economic development. So these are the points, advantages of joint stock company. The next point we are going to discuss disadvantages of joint stock company. Disadvantages of joint stock company. The following are the disadvantages of the company form of organization. First one, costly and difficult to form. First point. Second point, scope for dishonest and unscrupulous management. Third point, management and oligarchy, speculation, lack of interest, lack of good labor relations, and the last point, high taxations. So we will see one by one. So first point, costly and difficult to form. So number of legal formalities must be observed in the formation of the company. So to observe these legal formalities, promoters have to spend much time and money. So as you told you that the formation of joint stock company have many legal process, and the promoters and the promotes, they have to spend a lot of time and money to follow this legal formalities. So the formation of joint stock company, so they find this difficult and costly to form the company. Then second point, scope for dishonest and unscrupulous management. The directors manage the company with the help of paid officers. So the company, they are administered by the board of directors. So if the directors are dishonest, they may make a personal gain at the expense of the company. So they may misuse the power and the position. So the directors carry on the activities of the company. So they employ paid officers. So sometimes the officers or the directors dishonest and they misuse the position and power. So this is affect the joint stock company. The next one, management oligarchy. A few rich person may secure control over the affairs of the company. So thus the management of joint stock company might become oligarchic in character. So oligarchy means a small group of people having control. So management oligarchy means, so some rich person, what they do, they take over control over the affairs of the business activities of the company. So this leads to the oligarchy in the nature of the company. The next one, speculation. A few individuals may corner the shares to gain control over the company. So a few individuals, what they do, they buy more share of the company. For what purpose? that is the control over the company, that is called the speculation. Next point, lack of interest. The officers of the company do not have the incentive to work hard. They are not usually inclined to take risk, so they lack the initiative. So the office of the company, they are not pay the incentive for their hard work, so they do not have the interest in activity of their work under for the company, that is called a lack of interest. Next one, lack of good labor relations. In sole trading business, personal supervision is possible, but in company form of organization, there is a lack of personal contact between owners and workers. As a result, there is a scope for more industrial disputes in company form of organization. So, lack of good labor relations. In sole trading business, the looks business only and maintain the single person. So, but in for company form of organization, it is not possible. So, there is lack of personal contact between the owners and the workers. So, what happened? There are industrial disputes in the company form of organization. The next point, high taxation. Joint stock companies have to pay a tax on high rates compared to the other form of organization. So, joint stock company, they have to pay the high tax compared to the other organization. So, those are the disadvantages of joint stock company. I hope you all understand this topic. This what disadvantages and advantages of joint stock company. We will see the next section. Thank you.